Hello guys, what's up? So the goal of this video is to show you how to solve the binary bomb lab. Uh, it's a popular lab in system software classes, and basically this is going to be a showcase of this GitHub repo that basically just solves the whole thing for you, which is cheating, but it's up to you if you want to do it or not. Personally, I don't really care, but I'll also be showing another way where you could potentially write your own brute force. All that this library is doing, from the little that I read, is that it just brute forces the phases. So if we look at phase 6 right here, you can see there's a bunch of for loops, and it does the brute forcing. So the main outline for the video will be installing the VM, just in case somebody doesn't know how to get the VM set up. And then I'll showcase the diffuser, the automatic solver. And then the third part, I'll show a way where you can disable any kind of internet connection in your bomb binary if it has one, and potentially write your own diffuser or do whatever you want with it. Just in case you don't want to just cheat and see the answers. So the first step I did was to download installer, net installer. Let's try this one. Right. New. Oh yeah, whatever. There. Select the net installer. Hardware, give it some decent hardware. Okay. Launch. Okay, so your username and password is Callie, but you set that up during the installation, so you might have changed it. It was one of the first questions. Okay, so I want to open up a terminal, zoom in, Control Shift plus is how you zoom in, and let me make a directory. Sorry. Okay. So I made a directory called bombs, and that doesn't matter currently, but I'm gonna run an update command, so I don't have to run this from within the directory. I could have ran this outside, but I'm gonna update and sudo apt install -y build -essentials, which are probably already downloaded, but I'm just doing this to make sure. Worst case scenario, you can upload things to Google Drive and just log in here on the web browser and then download them. Now I have a shared folder set up, so all I'm gonna do is give this machine access to it. Auto mount, make permanent. Yes. Okay. So I have this, and I can see that I have my bomb right there, and I can copy paste. Hopefully. Yep, I can move it. And I'm gonna open a terminal right here. So if you don't have GitHub installed, you can sudo apt install that. But what we're gonna do is go ahead and download this, get clone, diffuse, and yep, so we have it right here. This is the entire repo folder. And then I want to download another bomb. This is another example bomb. I'm gonna get clone it in case you don't have one. You can test on this. So I'm gonna go to diffuse. Let's look at our path. We're in our home directory. Under that, we're in the folder bomb. We're in the diffused folder. So to build this, as per build instructions, you'll run make. Oh, and it worked. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't work. Oh, let's spin. Oh yeah, it worked right there. So in case it doesn't work, you can just modify the, if you've owned the make file, and it will usually be a flag issue. You're gonna have to add an extra flag, and it probably has to do with unused code or something along these lines. But it will tell you in this part, if you read it, somewhere it'll tell you, oh, add dash whatever to ignore this error. So I'm gonna go back. I have the sample bomb. Let me unzip this card. Saying something like that. Yeah. So let me go to the sample one that I just downloaded. So as you can see, let me see it mod it. Yeah. As you can see, I can run the bomb. It'll run, ask me some input, and then explodes if I give it the incorrect input. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of running it directly, I'm gonna call my diffuse. So our diffuse was under our home directory, bombs diffuse in the binary folder. Under the binary folder, it was called diffuse. I'm pretty sure. Yep, this is it. So we're gonna use it and call it on our bomb, and it'll basically brute force solve all the steps. And what I want to show you is that you can do this on bombs that you can't even run. So for example, if I try to run this bomb, it will say, oh, you're running this on an illegal host, you can't do that. But I can still, I'm clicking up to go through commands, I can still run this command, because what this does is that it copies the portions of the phases out without executing the entire bomb binary. And we could look at that in a second. So I can still run this. It'll give me answers. You can go offline if you want, or just, yeah, it won't fail you tries. It's making a copy of the phase, running a test, figure out the answer, and printing that. So yeah, this is how you would just cheat, get the answers, paste them in, no one cares, right? Get your points. Now you could go in Ghidra. Yes, that's all. Yes. Okay, so after Ghidra's installed, I wonder if I can just do Ghidra and then give it the input directly, and it will just open up the binary. Okay. No specified project. Okay, whatever. So I'm gonna give it the bomb as the input because I want to show you a few things. We're doing a new project. I don't care. Project name bomb. Okay. I'm gonna take this one. Excuse my mouse. I'm not sure why it looks like a block. Never mind, not zooming in. Yeah, sometimes this stuff breaks when you make the window too large. Okay. Click OK, and then double click it, and it will open, hopefully. Maybe I need to click the little dragon. Yeah. So, why does it say no program? Just my program. Do I need to drag it again? Already exists. Am I missing something? I just double clicked again. Okay. Now it opened. Okay, bomb has not been analyzed. Would you like to analyze it? Yes, analyze it. Analyze. So, what you can do here that is pretty cool is go to functions, and you can, for example, look at main. And here you will see a function called initialize bomb. So you can go to that. We can find where that function is. I'm not too sure if there is an easy way to like just go to there might be an easier way, but you could just look on the side. We know this function is called initialize bomb, so I'm gonna look for that. IN initialize bomb. Oh, we were already at it, I think. Where was I before? I was in main, right? Let me try that again. So if I'm in main and I want to go to initialize bomb. Oh, if I do control and then click it twice. But anyways, I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna close this out. Okay. So I can see that there is a statement in here where it prints out running on a legal host, which is what I was getting if I just run it on here. So this file checks that I'm running it on the server and some stuff. And that's pretty boring, so to get around it, all you need to do is just change this check, or really just get rid of the exit statement. So that exit is right here, and what you can do is just patch the instruction. I wonder if you could modify the flow or something easier. The only hassle with this is that there might be an easier way to do this, but if I patch the instruction, it'll do some stuff. Okay. And instead of a call, I want to do a no-op. Why did that go away? Patch instruction, no-op, and then nothing here. Enter. Okay. Now the problem is that we have 4 more empty bytes. So I will have to patch the instruction again, or Control-Shift-G. I'm just gonna click the shortcut. Control-Shift-G. No op. Control-Shift-G. No. I don't know if there's a fast way to do this. Oh. Control-Shift. No op. So yeah, and pretty much you'd want to if you just remove all the exit statements from here, you'll be able to get the program to flow normally. There might be a few more things that you need to modify. And another function that you would need to modify actually is the phase diffused, because this one calls send message, and you don't want that to run because send message, we go to it, you will see that send message pings a driver.post. It pings somewhere, not too sure, some server, right? And part of what it gives it is your input with some other information, which I guess is like catch cheating or something. But you could change this call instruction with a, what was that call? Oh, here. What's that? Phase diffuse. Phase diffused. Call send message. You can change this call. Why do I keep clicking stuff? You can change this call with a no op. How do I get the code thing again? The compiler. Okay. That's the window I was looking for. So, okay. So, what you can also do is go to, for example, phase 1. Look at the C code, and sometimes it will literally, Ghidra might be smart enough to just type the thing for you, because this string is hard coded into memory, and all Ghidra's doing is just taking that, what's hard coded there, and just putting it in place, which makes your life easier. We could look at phase 2, for example. You can see the C code for it. You could try and you could copy this, put it in C++, and then test it and see what it's doing instead of looking at the assembly. You could see how this code relates to the assembly, etc. So this is more of a learning technique than it is to just get the answer and go with it. You could also modify this binary, but that's not even, yeah. You could modify it to not explode, but I don't know if that's worth it. You could make it to, you could use this to write your own force, but pretty much all you want to do is just download the diffuse, and then run the diffuse binary on your bombs, and it will give you the answers. So yeah, like if you liked, make sure you leave a compliment in the compliment section below, and see you later.